Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Courage to Become. I'm Joe, and I'm so grateful you're here. If you've been following along, we've been talking a lot about the flow of energy within us and how understanding our own human design can help us to grow and align with our true selves. So today I want to dive a little bit deeper and I want to talk about how your thoughts and feelings play such a critical role in shaping the way in which we react to life and how that connects to the energy flow that we've been experiencing and that we've been exploring. So if you've ever noticed how your emotions seem to take control of your actions, sometimes without you even realizing it, you're not alone. Our thoughts and feelings are powerful forces that can either keep us stuck or they can propel us forward. So I want to explore how the thoughts that we think and the feelings that we experience influence our energy, our behavior, and ultimately our reactions so that you can see how important it is to understand what your energy is telling you. We've all heard the saying, what you think about is what you become. And there's a lot of truth to that statement, especially when you look at it through the lens of energy. Thoughts are the initial spark. When we think a thought, we send out a signal through our body, which activates an emotional response. And those emotions, in turn, create energy that flows through us. And that flow of energy is not just passive, it literally shapes how we act, react, and move with the world. So, for example, if you are constantly thinking, I'm not good enough, this thought triggers feelings of inadequacy, which might cause you to shrink back, avoid challenges, and not take action that's in alignment with your goals. And the more you think this thought, the more you reinforce that feeling of not being enough. And that causes your energy flow to become blocked. It's like putting up a wall. And you may start to notice that your energy gets very sluggish, you feel stuck, and you're not living up to your potential. But on the flip side of that, when you start to shift your thoughts, perhaps to something like, I'm worthy of success and abundance. I know I can do this. I know this is going to work. You begin to trigger feelings of empowerment and your energy starts to flow differently. Your thoughts literally influence your emotional state, which in turn drives your actions. Our emotions are like a mirror to our thoughts. When we think something, it creates an emotional response, positive or negative. And if you've ever had a negative thought and noticed your mood immediately shift, you felt this process in real time. This is how this works. So the key here is to understanding that emotions are temporary. They are not permanent truths about who we are. However, if we don't recognize that emotions come and go, we can easily get caught up in this cycle of reaction where we let these feelings dictate our behavior. I'll give you an example. If someone triggers you and you feel anger rise up, your first instinct might be to react. Maybe you snap at them, maybe you withdraw from them, or just shut down altogether. But what's actually happening beneath that surface is your emotional response is being driven by your thought patterns. Perhaps you're thinking, this person doesn't respect me, or they're always trying to control me, and that triggers anger. And when you're not aware of that connection, you can let that emotion control you and you could lash out at this person. The more we react without understanding where our feelings come from, the more we build up those blockages, those walls in our body. And this is why it's so important to slow down and become aware of the thoughts and feelings before you react, because you don't want to put those walls up. They are going to block you. So when we understand how thoughts and emotions interact, we can begin to notice how they impact our energy. And as we explored in the last episode, energy flows through our bodies, and when it's blocked by negative patterns or thought processes or unprocessed emotions, it creates this stagnation. And this is where we get stuck. So if you, for example, if you're constantly feeling like, oh, I don't have the energy to do that right now, you're likely going to cause yourself to feel overwhelmed and drained. Because that thinking creates a feedback loop where your energy feels depleted and you can't tap into your true vitality. On the other hand, when you start thinking, I have the energy to handle this, and you feel confident and capable, your energy starts to flow in alignment with that belief. And this is why I do what I do. Because the reason that most of us are stuck is because we've put up all these walls and blockages in our own energy. And when we can start to chip away at those walls and break them down, that's when our energy starts to flow and you start to feel more confident and capable, and your energy starts to flow in alignment with your beliefs. This is where human design comes in. Each and every one of us has a unique energetic blueprint. And understanding your chart can help you to identify where you might be blocking that flow of energy within your own thoughts and emotions. So let's take a look at some of the key centers that directly connect to your thoughts and your emotions, just so that you can make this connection and see how this might be working for you. If your head center is defined in your chart, you might have a consistent way of processing thoughts. But if this is undefined, you might be more susceptible to absorbing thoughts of your environment. And remember, when you absorb, you amplify. So for both, it's really important to pay attention to the types of thoughts that you allow to take up space in your mind. Unproductive thoughts lead to emotional blockages that create tension in your energy. So when you get this thought that's not productive, if it's not going to do anything to support you and your growth on your journey, it's not one you want to hold on to. It's only going to create tension. You have to let it go. Look at the solar plexus. This is the emotional center. This is where your feelings originate. If this center is defined, you're going to feel, or you're going to experience, these consistent emotional waves. And you might need time to process those feelings before you take any action. If this area is undefined, you could be amplifying the emotions of the people around you. In either case, learning to understand and process your emotions before you react is key to keeping your energy flowing freely. The sacral center. If you have, and this is the main energy force in our lives. This is the square at the bottom of our chart, right above the root. This is your sacral center. This is a consistent source of life force energy. And if you have this defined, you have that consistent source of life force energy. But if you're not using your energy in a way that aligns with your true desires, you can start feeling drained. So if you have this center defined and you're starting to feel drained, you have to look at how are you using that energy. Your emotional response to tasks or decisions can signal whether or not you're on the right track. So sometimes we do get stuck in that cycle of life where we just live on autopilot and lose track of what we're doing and what decisions we need to be making. And so pay attention to your emotional response, because these are going to give you a signal whether or not you're on the right track, to give you just another way of looking at this. If you're not feeling excited or lit up and you have a defined sacral, it's a sign that your energy is misaligned. One of the two most powerful shifts that you can make when it comes to your energy is moving from reaction to response. Reactions are impulsive and they often are driven by our emotional states, where responses are more intentional. They come from a place where you've had time to pause, to check in with your thoughts and your emotions, and then decided on your own whether or not to move forward from a place of clarity. In human design, your strategy is designed to help you to respond in alignment with your unique energy. So when you follow your strategy, you are allowing that natural flow of energy to guide your actions rather than reacting to the outside world from a place of unconscious emotion. So I'll give you an example of the energy types and how they should be responding when they follow their strategy. The manifestor should inform before they act. That prevents them from reacting impulsively toward others. Generators and manifesting generators should respond to what lights them up, to what excites them, what makes them happy, rather than trying to force an action. The projectors have to wait for the invitation, and that keeps them from reacting prematurely. And if you're a projector, you probably 100% relate to this because projectors are famous for reacting based on their emotions and not giving that time to wait for the invitation. If you are a reflector, you have to wait for that full lunar cycle before making important decisions because that's going to ensure that you have the clarity before you are acting. And the clarity for a reflector comes from the cycles of the moon. So in a full month, you've had the opportunity to feel how whatever decision you're trying to make, to feel how that feels within your body throughout all of the cycles of the moon, helping you to have clarity behind your decisions. To help you to break that cycle of reaction, here's a quick practice that you can try. And it does work. It just takes a couple of minutes. You want to pause and breathe. When you feel yourself getting emotionally charged, take a deep breath. It gives you that moment to pause. While you're pausing, observe your thoughts. What are you thinking right now? Are your thoughts helping you or hindering your emotional state? Feel your emotions. Tune into your body. Where can you feel the emotion? Is it a temporary feeling or does it feel like it keeps lingering? Check your energy. How is your energy flowing? Are you feeling lit up and open or is there tenseness and stagnation? And then you want to respond with intention. Once you've given yourself a chance to process, respond to the situation with clarity and awareness rather than reacting automatically because you've had the opportunity to pause and breathe, observe your thoughts, feel your emotions, check in with your energy. And that gives you the opportunity to respond to that situation with clarity and awareness. Your thoughts and emotions are extremely powerful. They shape the way that you experience life. And when you understand how to manage it, you unlock the ability to live in alignment with your true energy. By just paying attention to the way that your mind and your emotions interact and understanding how they influence your energy flow, you can create a life that feels more balanced, empowered, and aligned with who you truly are because you're not constantly met with all of these blocks. Remember that you have the power to change the way that you think and feel. And by doing so, you're not only transforming your inner world, but you're also setting the stage for the outer world to align with you. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that this episode helped you to connect the dots between your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy. And I'm excited to continue this journey with you. So until next time, honor your energy, trust your feelings, and always remember that you have the power within you. If this episode resonated with you, I would love if you could sprinkle some love on the like button, share with a friend who you think it might help, or subscribe so you don't miss another episode. So until next time, I'll see you. Bye.